Good morning, students. Today we start chapter number 16, Sustainable Management of Natural Resources. Now here, sustainable management of natural resources means the resources we get from the nature like water, soil, then trees, forest, sunlight. So all these resources that we get from the nature, how to manage it means उनकी सार संभाल कैसे लेंगे, हम कैसे उसको ध्यान से यूज़ करेंगे. So that is the sustainable management. उनको how to manage all these natural resources that can our future generation can use it for long time. So in this chapter we shall learn about it. So living harmony with nature, that is not new to us. Sustainable living has always been an integral part of India's tradition and culture. It has been integrated our long-lasting traditions and practices and customs, art and craft, then festivals, food, beliefs, rituals and the folklore. Now ingrained within us is the philosophy that entire natural world be in harmony, which is reflected in famous phrase in Sanskrit, that is Vasudeva Kutumbakam, means Vasudeva Kutumbakam means ये पूरी दुनिया हमारा कुटुंब है, उसमें हमारे ट्रीज भी आ गए और एनिमल्स बर्ड्स भी आ गए, राइट. दैट मीन्स द एंटायर अर्थ इज वन family. All the living beings, either it is animal, plants or any type of living, so they are one family. The phrase is mentioned in Maha Upanishad, that is probably a part of ancient Indian text Atharvaveda. Atharvaveda, you know there are 4 Vedas, one of them is Atharvaveda, so this is described in it. Now in class 9 you already learned about some natural resources like soil, air, water. So how various components are cycled over and again in nature. Also we learned in about nitrogen cycle, carbon cycle, water cycle in 9th standard you learned about it. Then about the pollution, the air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution, all these types of pollution also you learned in 9th standard. Right? So these because of some our activities, the air, water and soil get polluted. In this chapter we should look at some of our resources and how we are using them. Now maybe we should also think about how we ought to using our resources and sustain them and conserve our environment. We have to use the resources, but in sustainable manner, then we can save our and conserve our environment. Now here our natural resources like forest, wildlife, water, coal, petroleum, these are the issues at the stake of deciding how these resources are to be managed for sustainable development along with input from a traditional practice. ऐसे पुराने ज़माने से हमारे बाप दादा, हमारे forefathers, they are using all these resources, but how to use in sustainable manner? Now we are educated person and living in the age of science, so we are using rapidly and they no more for future generations. Now, for example, petroleum. Petroleum is at the rate we are using, that is very high. If we use in that way, then no more time it will run, about 5 to 10 years. अभी मुझे याद है जब when I was in school 30-40 years back, when I was in school the rate of petrol was 4 rupees per liter, but now more than 80 rupees. So it is rapidly increasing rate because of the high demand and less the product. Okay, so that is why the rates are increasing, because demand is more. And the second thing, their stock is also limited. and we are get the limited stock and demand is more. Is it clear? Chalo, let us now proceed. So here we often hear or read about environmental problems, and one the global level problem, global warming, then we feel helpless to bring any change. The international laws and regulation, then there are our own national laws and act for environmental protection. There are also national and international organizations working towards protecting our environment. Now you know that day by day the temperature is increasing, then rain become irregular, then so many problems, then the respiratory problems we are suffering. So this is because of these global warming and imbalance in our environment. Now activity 16.1, find out about the international norms to regulate the emission of carbon dioxide. Have a discussion in class about how we can contribute towards meeting those norms. Now you know day by day the percentage of carbon dioxide, actually in air the percentage of carbon dioxide is 0.03 percentage, but day by day it is increasing. Now it is about 0.035 or 0.04 percentage. So day by day this percentage of carbon dioxide is increasing because of the number of vehicles increasing, they release the smoke, the number of the industries, then population increase. So all these are the reasons behind it. The percentage of carbon dioxide is increasing. Number of industries, then population is also increasing, then urbanization, number of vehicles, all they release the carbon dioxide gas, and it is also known as greenhouse gas. So we will discuss the greenhouse effect in detail because it is very long topic. So tomorrow we should discuss about this, and you find out in nearby that where this carbon dioxide is releasing and mixes in the air and increase the air pollution. Okay, thank you.